elite show tonight. You heard it. Did you hear what was going on in Snoop's dressing room? It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was fun in there.
Yeah, you were in there too?
Oh,
I can't believe I was not invited into Snoop's dressing room. I was sitting alone in mine. It was really cold, and I have like a poster of Sean Cassidy on the wall. It's the squarest.
Oh.
I'm just sitting in there eating beans, and in the next room I hear the greatest party in the world happening. No one invites the Seaman. That's me, by the way. I'm the Seaman. Okay, they're sort of buying it. No, they're not. All right, well, I can't waste a lot of time tonight. We have so much show. We have so much to do. And I think before we go any further this evening that we should all take a look into the future. Future, Tony? That's right, Snoop Dogg. Let's look at the future all the way to the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Michael Jackson dies and leaves his body to science. Specifically, an all-boys 7th grade science class.
The WB will air a hip-hop version of The Bachelorette. It will be called The Biatchelorette.
With the release of Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ, the suffering of Jesus will finally be seen the way God intended, in air-conditioned comfort with nachos and a cherry Coke.
The ice caps will melt sooner than scientists expected when the OC gets even hotter.
Birds will admit that the only reason they fly to warmer climates in the winter is to follow Jimmy Buffett.
A South African woman and an African man will produce a beautiful child if Charlize Theron calls me.
Ruben Studdard will lose 200 pounds when he misplaces his 200-pound bag of bacon.
Sales of Rice Krispies will plummet when Snap, Crackle, and Pop are replaced by Pimp, Ho, and Skanky.
Gay men will not be allowed to marry each other, but will still be more than welcome to marry Liza Minnelli.
I will convert to Judaism and change my trademark for shizzle my nizzle to scheitzel for zeitzel.
Very nice. Snoop Dogg, we will be back with Snoop Dogg in a second. Hang in there. Folks, this is fun. We're having a good time here tonight. And like I said, we have great guests here, and it's all going to be a lot of fun, but I think we should just take a second here and stop everything. Get serious for just a moment, because I think, frankly, it's time we look once again into the future.
The future, Conan. The future, Conan.
That's right, Jack Black. Let's all look to the future, all the way to the year 2000. The Chicago Cubs and Boston Red Sox will meet in the World Series, up in the bleachers where they'll have a great view of the Yankees and Braves.
The The recording artist once named Pink will be called beige when people realize that that's the color you get when you mix her name with the crap she records.
Thanks to advances in automation, Nike shoes will be made by robots. Unfortunately, the robots will be made by children in Malaysia.
We will at last have definitive proof that Jesus is the Son of God when Jesus borrows and wrecks God's Chevy Cavalier.
A man with a bulge in his crotch will be asked by his girlfriend if he has a banana in his pocket or if he's just happy to see her. In fact, he will both be happy to see her and have a banana in his pocket. From that point on, men with bulges will be asked, is that a banana in your pocket and or are you happy to see me?
I wanted to see if it made my cheeks pink. Shoehorns will stop helping feet slide into shoes and start trying to bang the shoes themselves.
Ancient scrolls will reveal that Noah originally planned on bringing 3 of each species on his ark, not to save them from the flood, but just to see if any animals were into that kind of thing.
California Governor Gary Coleman releases all the inmates from the state penitentiaries in order to be reunited with the cast of Different Strokes.
Anna Nicole Smith will team up with the makers of Altoids Mints to introduce their newest flavor, Winter Bacon.
The line between Hasidic Jews and the Amish will further blur when the Amish start performing barn mitzvahs.
Rumors that Batman and Robin are gay will be confirmed when they legally change their names to Top Man and Bottom.
Bars will serve a popular new drink called Jack Black and Coke. It will be 2 parts whiskey, 1 part Coke, and 3 parts whoop-ass biatch!
Incredible, more with Jack Black. We'll be right back. Stick around. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Andy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you excited about this 1997?
I'm looking, I've been reading my horoscope, and it's either going to be a really good year or a really crappy one, depending on what paper you read.
Okay, good. All right. And you're hoping for the good one, I take it.
Well, whatever.
Well, it is
right down the middle will be fine with me.
Somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Well, the new year is upon us, Andy, so in my opinion, I think this is the most relevant time to look into the future.
The future, Conan?
That's right, contractual friend. Let us all look to the future. All the way to the year 2000. York School Board will crack down on students who carry guns by insisting they use silencers while in the library.
Riding on the success of Evita, producers hurry to release the life story of another prominent woman, Boobita, the trials and tribulations of Pamela Lee.
The urban dialect Ebonics will replace English as the nation's chief language. Instead of ending the inaugural oath with "So help me God," presidents will say, "Yo, God, don't play me, sucker."
Zero population growth will finally be achieved with the widespread use of a highly effective contraceptive, Michael Jordan cologne.
Johnson & Johnson will replace its No More Tears baby shampoo with the much more useful No More Poo that looks like mustard baby shampoo.
After retiring from the White House, President Clinton requests and is granted an appointment to a newly formed position in the Department of Health. His title, National Breast and Fried Food Inspector.
Boutros Ghali will suffer yet another humiliation when the world decides his name is too ridiculous and forces him to answer to Johnny Bacon Bits.
After a 3-year debate, Congress finally hammers out a compromise on Social Security reform. Benefits will remain the same, but the name Social Security will be changed to, "Here's your check, you money-grubbing old crone."
Ted Kennedy agrees to donate his head to science. After his death, it will be hollowed out and used as a medical school dormitory.
In an attempt to update its image, Disney will produce a hardcore gay porno film. Unfortunately, 2 of its stars, Chip and Dale, will be tragically suffocated.
The most popular bumper sticker in Guatemala will be, "My child was a Kathy Lee Employee of the Month." All right, a chilling look at things to come. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Robert Pastorelli's here from the #1 movie. Check it out. Great show, and we got so much to do tonight. So much is going to happen. But before we do any of that, I think we should do something kind of serious and kind of intense here. We do it a lot here on the show, and it's a worthwhile use of our time. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time, once again, that we look into the future. That's right, Jim Carrey. Let us all look to the future. All the way to the year 2000. Robots will do all of our dull, repetitive tasks, like washing dishes and marrying J-Lo.
Brain-sucking aliens will invade the Earth, but they will all die trying to imitate the stunts on Jackass.
Male doctors will no longer be allowed to become gynecologists when a group of them are caught high-fiving at a convention.
Tired of being referred to simply as drunks, Irish Americans will legally change their name to Drunken Americans.
Louis Anderson publicly converts to atheism when, for the third day in a row, his bag of Cheetos gets stuck on the coil of a vending machine.
The answer to the question, is there life after death, will finally be answered when the corpse of Winston Churchill holds a press conference and says, no.
Sales of Izod shirts will decline dramatically when it's revealed that the alligator has a small child in his mouth.
It will be revealed that carrots do not actually improve your eyesight, but they are still #1 when it comes to scratching a deep rectal itch.
The French Riviera will be completely abandoned after its name is changed to the Geraldo Riviera.
A woman will play and win a tournament for the PGA, when the PGA stands for Poontang Golfers Association.
The New York Knicks and NSYNC sue each other, each claiming it was their idea to be 5 guys who suck.
Conan O'Brien will beat out Jim Carrey for the lead role in The Mask Part 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say The Mask Part 2? I meant Mask Part 2, the Rocky Dennis story.
Jim Carrey will commit his first murder of a fan after someone who just saw Bruce Almighty approaches Carrey and says, "Almighty then."
In the year 2000.
We'll take a break. More with Jim Carrey when we come back. Stick around. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot been going on in the present, but I think it's time we just pause for a second to look into the future.
The future coming?
Sarah Silverman. Let's look to the future all the way to the year 2000. George W. Bush's last month as president will be considered a rousing success when Bush decides to leave office a month early.
Barack Obama will announce his pick for Secretary of State, domestic terrorist Bill Ayers. Damn it, why didn't we listen?
Sarah Palin's kids' names, Track, Trig, Bristol, Willow, and Piper, will seem normal when we hear what she wanted them to be: Foof, Gimlet, Anus, Lele, and Son of Sam.
I will launch my own version of YouTube called JewTube, which only features videos of my Uncle Morty clearing his throat in a deli.
In a misguided attempt to be edgy, America's beef producers will change their slogan from beef, it's what's for dinner, to beef, get in the van and don't ask any questions.
A secret admirer will send Barack Obama a dozen roses. They will come with a note promising anything and everything. He'll have no idea who they're from, unless he's watching this show right now.
The FDA will demand that fast food chains list the health benefits associated with their foods. Unable to think of any, the management at Taco Bell will settle for deep rectal burning.
An elderly woman will slip in the shower and break her hip. Only God will see it, so only God will laugh.
The question of which came first, the chicken or the egg, will be answered by an actual eyewitness, Larry King.
After discussing the matter privately with dozens of people, Conan O'Brien will realize that he's the only person who faces the tank when he makes number 2.
Thought everyone did that. It's more comfortable. Try it.
The phrase erect clitoris will be uttered for the first time ever on late-night television. However, the phrase itchy will be bleeped.
Wow. Man, that was so stupid. We gotta cleanse. I think we have to cleanse the palate now. I do. I think we need to just change the whole tone of this show immediately. I think we're adults here. I think we should stop being silly. I think we should relax. I think we should focus. I think, ladies and gentlemen, it's time, once again, that we look into the future.
The future, Conan.
That's right, John Lovitz. Let's look to the future all the way to the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Iran will admit that they've already got the bomb after opening a package that contains Basic Instinct 2.
In the year 2000. Gillette will introduce a new 5-blade razor that's unionized. Only 3 blades work, while the other 2 lay around and eat donuts.
Angelina Jolie will give birth to a beautiful baby girl, who ironically will be adopted by a Cambodian peasant family.
Martha Stewart will return to jail when she plays the board game Monopoly and lands there. Oh, by the way, she's playing the game in prison because she killed a guy.
Nicole Richie will find herself surrounded by food when a far-sighted man uses her as dental floss.
Katie Couric will leave NBC's Today Show. For me! What? It could happen. Seriously, though, Katie Couric will leave NBC for a new position. On me!
The company known as Mailboxes Etc. will admit that the Etc. stands for trading in black market panda organs.
Reuben Studdard will invent a new version of 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon called 60 Pounds of Tasty Bacon.
Clay Aiken will rush to see the movie Inside Man when he misreads the title as Inside Men.
President Bush's poll numbers will sink so low, he will finally be forced to learn fractions.
John Lovitz will once again utter the phrase, "Yeah, that's the ticket," when he takes a job as a coat check in a Fresno porn theater.
People will assume that I've brought back my pathological liar character when I tell Conan O'Brien he's hilarious.
John Lovitz will create a one-man show called Lovitz or Leavitz. On opening night, everyone will leave it.
Conan O'Brien's penis will set a world record. Sadly, it will be for speed and not for size.
No one does it better. John Lovitz, everybody! We'll take a break. Lucy Liu and then more John Lovitz. Stick around. This is it. It's weird. I've been thinking about this. This is the last show of the millennium. We're approaching a new era. And let's be serious for a second. This is a time of reflection. It really is. I think it's a time where people really sit back and reflect. And, well, frankly, there's never been a more appropriate time to look into the future. That's right, old friend. That's right. I, for one, thought that we should all look into the future. Far, far into the future. All the way, Andy. To the year 2000. Kathy Lee Gifford will undergo a religious conversion and then annoy the world with her annual Ramadan special.
An alcoholic will become president of the United States and decree that red wine is now the perfect drink to serve with white wine.
The stock market will crash again, this time on the couch of its old college roommate.
Colgate will come out with a new toothpaste that not only whitens teeth, but makes them Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Men will actually begin desiring women who have great personalities. In a related story, breasts will be renamed personalities.
Fanny packs will be outlawed when conclusive proof links them with fanny cancer.
In taste tests, spermicidal jelly will overtake petroleum jelly as America's favorite poisonous, non-edible jelly.
Poland's tourist board embarks on a misguided advertising campaign with the slogan, "Come see why our hockey team drowned in spring training."
Men won't be concerned with the size of their penises or the amount of hair on their heads, but with the amount of hair on their penises.
The 20th anniversary of the release of the Christopher Cross song, "Sailing," will be celebrated, but only by Christopher Cross.
Tired of the same old routine every New Year's Eve, a drunken, crazy Dick Clark flashes the crowd and declares to an audience of millions, "Why watch one ball drop when you can see these two low hangers?" A frightening look of things to come in a day. We'll take a little break. When we come back, Darrell Hammond going to be joining us. Stick around. We got a lot coming. Well, Andy, we can shit, we can chant, we can babble, and we can bibble about the state of affairs.
Right.
But, old friend, I think it's time to take a look once again into the future.
The future, Colin.
That's right, friend. For the foreseeable future, let us all look into the future all the way to the year 2000. Oprah Winfrey will again take on the Texas cattle industry, this time defeating 40 of their biggest steers in an exciting month-long graze-off.
Golfer Casey Martin will win the right to drive his golf cart at the Indianapolis 500.
Believers in extraterrestrials will be devastated when strange high-frequency signals from outer space turn out to be coming from John Glenn's Medic Alert bracelet.
Parents will no longer circumcise their baby boys. But I will.
Jesus will return to Earth, supposedly to help us begin a new era of peace and spiritual awakening. In reality, however, he'll spend most of his time golfing with Vernon Jordan.
In a controversial cost-cutting measure, Olympic snowboarders will be awarded medals in bronze, silver, and hemp.
An aging and senile ex-President Clinton will legally change his name to Bubba Wanna-Burger Chief Booty Knocker.
The Chinese Astrological Society will announce that due to a clerical error made 5,000 years ago, people who thought they were dragons are actually monkeys, people who thought they were monkeys are actually chickens, and people who thought they were chickens are actually dragons. And suddenly, just like that, man, it all makes sense.
A desperate, sex-starved Monica Lewinsky will be spotted licking rocks at the base of Mount Rushmore. A chilling look at things to come. We'll take a break, folks. When we come back, Ricky Lake is with us. Stick around. We're going to stop screwing around, because clearly we've just been silly so far in the show. And that's not what this show's all about. We're going to get serious now. We're going to behave ourselves, because, folks, I think it's time, once again, that we look into the future.
The future, Conan?
That's right, Larry King. Let's all look to the future all the way to the year 2000. Mike Tyson will prove he is still the world's greatest boxer when he takes a job assembling cardboard boxes.
Parents will stop telling their kids about the birds and the bees when the birds and the bees release a series of bondage porno films.
The Beach Boys will finally change their names to the Beach Men, but only because Michael Jackson keeps asking to meet them.
Paris Hilton's marriage will come to an unfortunate end after she decides that she wants to see 600 other people.
Sales of Dr. Pepper will plummet after it's revealed that Dr. Pepper went to medical school in Guatemala and he specializes in back alley boob jobs.
Hunters in Alaska will shoot and kill a black bear and then discover to their horror that it was actually a skinny-dipping Tony Shalhoub.
Scientists will discover that Galapagos turtles live for a long time, not because of their slow metabolism, but because they just want to be a burden on their children.
Not having a joke to tell of his own, Larry King will take a phone call. Wichita Falls, you're on the air.
Hello, Larry. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Great. What's your prediction?
Angelina Jolie will break up yet another happy marriage when she gets between Star Jones and her waffles.
Larry King will lose his endorsement deal with Welch's Grape Juice when it's revealed King hasn't had juice in his grapes for over 20 years.
I, Larry King, will call Conan O'Brien and ask him to appear on my show as Man of the Year. O'Brien will arrive at the designated time, only to find an empty studio. I will be sitting at home laughing my ass off.
Larry King, ladies and gentlemen. You nailed it. That was great. Ladies and gentlemen, we're screwing around a lot tonight. We're being silly. We're having a good time. But I think it's time we all settle down for just a moment. Take a deep breath. Get serious, because I think it's time once again we look into the future.
The future, Conan?
That's right, William Shatner. Let's all look to the future. Oh, the way to the year 2000. The Oscar ceremony will be even longer than ever when host Anna Nicole Smith spends the first hour vomiting.
In the year 2000. The Clinton Presidential Library will open in Little Rock, featuring over 80 million items, 3 of which were never inside Monica Lewinsky.
While eating at a restaurant, a New York Yankee player will administer the Heimlich maneuver to a woman, prompting the headline, "Choking Victim Saves Choking Victim."
The human race will finally receive a message from outer space. A long, boring message about home refinancing.
Star Jones and her new husband will shock those who feel their marriage is a sham when they begin practicing an extremely passionate physical and loud sexual routine that neighbors refer to as chocolate thunder.
It will once again be okay to make fun of midgets when midgets admit that they could grow up if they wanted to.
NBC will air its most challenging episode of Fear Factor ever, in which contestants are asked to swallow the notion that Clay Aiken is not gay.
Barely Legal magazine will suffer a drop in readership when instead of girls who have just turned 18, they begin featuring immigrants whose work visas are about to expire.
People will stop using vacuum cleaners when they realize that dust is coming into their homes just to get sucked.
Captain Kirk Spock, Sulu, and the others will reunite one last time when they agree to make Star Trek IX the last payment on Shatner's beach house.
Ladies and gentlemen, more with William Shatner when we return. We'll be right back. Well, we've been silly so far in the show, and that's fine. It's fun to be silly and act goofy and kind of get a little laugh or a giggle, if you will. But I think it's time that we got a little more serious here at Late Night. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we took a look into the future.
The future, Conan?
That's right, Jeff Goldblum. Let's take a look into the future, all the way to the year 2000. Justin Timberlake and American Idol's Justin Guarini will join forces on a hit single called Just Intolerable.
The U.S. military will not have to remove Saddam Hussein from power after he leaves voluntarily to host the new $20,000 pyramid.
Tired of being the subject of dirty limericks, the old man from Nantucket will move to a new town called Coral Sex.
Liza Minnelli and her husband will indeed adopt a baby. However, people will assume it's their biological child when the baby begins popping tranquilizers in gay bars.
After getting engaged, P. Diddy will try to protect his fortune by asking his fiancée to sign a prenuptial agreement, or prenup. This ordinary legal transaction will from then on always be known as a P-re-nuppity.
After failing to travel into outer space, Lance Bass will return from Russia and declare the whole thing to have been a hoax. He was never a musician or a singer.
Players will play, but umpires will strike, leaving baseball games up to the honor system. While cheating rampantly, the Mets will still lose 100 games.
Bandits will attack Queen Elizabeth. To save her life, she will have to call on the knights sworn to defend her: Elton John, Mick Jagger, and Paul McCartney.
After their recent appearance on the MTV Video Music Awards, Guns N' Roses will be forced to change their name to Chubby Magoo and the Guys That Aren't Slash.
People who said Nicolas Cage and Lisa Marie Presley's marriage wouldn't last a lifetime are proven wrong when the couple dies during a high-speed race to divorce court.
Due to the success of the Anna Nicole Smith Show, the E! Network creates a similar program, starring a bloated body found in the East River. A chilling portent of things to come. We'll be right back with Jeff Goldblum. Stick around. Loves that kind of music. I think it's time to move on to, well, I think more important things, more serious things. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time, once again, that we look into the future.
The future, Conan?
That's right, Mr. T. Let's all look to the future, all the way to the year 2000. Good-hearted aliens will land on Earth intending to help us, but will instead destroy the Earth after seeing 2 consecutive 10-10-220 long-distance commercials. In the year 2000.
Meg Ryan once again gets romantically involved with her co-star, this time while filming Free Willy 3.
Sick and tired of being told what they can watch, babies will start their own television network. It will feature such popular shows as Dripping Faucet, Small Spinning Box with Ribbon, and Dawson's Creek.
Scientists will discover that African American men with mohawk haircuts are the most attractive men on Earth. Or I will personally beat them up myself.
The Backstreet Boys will admit that they're not actually from the back street, but merely went there with lonely businessmen when they needed some cash.
Best-selling author Tom Clancy will write his least popular thriller yet. It's called The Hunt for Red Buttons.
It will be discovered that thunder really is God going bowling. It will also be discovered that God enjoys wearing muscle tees and drinking Pabst with his electrician buddies.
Rapper Dr. Dre will change his name to Mr. Dre when he finally admits that podiatrists aren't real doctors.
Britney Spears will open a concert in England by joking, "It's nice to be here in Great Brittany." She will be murdered immediately.
A wolf will approach a house containing 3 little pigs, but rather than huff and puff and blow their house down, he will attempt to sell them low-cost term life insurance.
Don't make me come over there. International terrorists will rendezvous in Midtown Manhattan at the height of the Christmas shopping season, where they'll have lunch at TGI Fridays, catch a show, and take the train home tired but happy.
Fools will come to my house to ask me to stop pitying them. But it will be raining and I won't be home, so I will continue to pity them.
Mr. T. Harry Connick Jr. We'll take a break. Coming up when we come back, Mr. Harry Connick Jr.
Silly. I think we should do something we haven't done in a little while, and I think it's serious and it needs to be done. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time that once again we look into the future.
The future, Connie.
That's right. David Duchovny, let's all look to the future, all the way to the year 2000. Thanks. Singer Meatloaf will realize that the name Meatloaf is stupid and change his name to the much cooler Meat Diddy.
The American bald eagle will be taken off the protected species list, not because it is no longer endangered, but because it is a douchebag.
It will be discovered that Paul Revere's famous battle cry was not, "The British are coming, the British are coming," but rather, "Help, I'm being chased by a bunch of guys in red jackets with bad teeth."
As a prank, the United Nations will introduce a new resolution to combine all the countries into one. After the merger is signed by the first two countries, Canada and Peru, all the other countries will laugh and say, "Enjoy your new country, Canapoo."
The lost comic strips of Charles M. Schulz will be discovered, in which Charlie Brown actually kicks the football, Linus abandons his blanket, and Peppermint Patty finally whips it out.
The social order will be inverted when limousine drivers hold their first ever limo drivers prom, forcing high school seniors to drive them around town while they get drunk and have sex.
Women will lose interest in David Duchovny when it's revealed that Duchovny is the Russian word for syphilis.
Women will lose interest in Conan O'Brien when it is revealed that he has a raging case of Duchovny.
To keep their conflict interesting to Americans, China and Taiwan begin borrowing storylines from the TV show Felicity. China will cut its hair, and Taiwan will totally bag Noel for Ben.
I'm glad you had that one. Sales of Timex watches will drop dramatically when they change their slogan from "It takes a licking and keeps on ticking" to "It takes a licking but prefers a sucking."
Very nicely done. Our thanks to David Duchovny. More David Duchovny when we come back. Stick around. All right, everybody, we can put it off, we can mess around, we can make jokes, we can make light of things, but I think it's time we put all that nonsense aside. I think it's time we look into the future.
The future, Conan?
That's right, Chris Rock. All the way to the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Freedom fries and freedom toast will go back to being called French fries and French toast when oil is discovered just outside Paris.
After Celine Dion begins a 3-year contract show in Las Vegas, the U.S. government announces that it plans to resume nuclear testing in Nevada.
The legend of Johnny Appleseed will be tarnished when it's revealed that he only planted apple trees to hide his marijuana crop.
Violence in the music business will reach a new peak when rapper 50 Cent is cut into quarters.
Michael Moore will protest the war in Iraq by going on a hunger strike. No one will notice for the first 15 years.
Corn on the cob will be viciously mugged by corn on the crack pipe.
When it's discovered that it takes exactly 437 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, it will be announced that science is officially over.
A black man will be elected president of the United States. Oh, I'm sorry, that's in the year 10,000.
Terrorism experts will reveal that dirty bombs are just regular bombs that enjoy sleeping with high school chicks.
A strange virus will kill every man in the world except Conan O'Brien, and every woman in the world except Jennifer Lopez. The marriage will last 32 days.
Our thanks to Chris Rock. We'll be right back with Chris Rock in a second. Stick around. Screw around all we want, and that's always fun, but I think it's time that we get down to business, that we get serious. I think it's time that once again we look into the future. That's right, Roseanne. All the way to the year 2000. The New York Mets season becomes such a disaster, the team is forced to change its name to the New York G League.
People will stop going to Las Vegas when they learn that Las Vegas is Spanish for the suckers from Ohio. In the year 2000.
After Keith Richards goes to a dermatologist because of a strange fuzz growing on his face, it will be determined that a rolling stone can indeed gather moss.
In an inspiring interview, Madonna will reveal how, by dedicating ourselves to motherhood, meditation, and spirituality, we can all one day appear in an ad campaign for the Gap. In the year 2000.
In the lesbian version of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, gay women go to a straight woman's apartment and add more electrical outlets.
In the year 2000. Scientists will discover that the foreskin is the biological center of happiness and contentment. Jews all over the world will say, it figures. In the year 2000.
By adding a second string to a regular yo-yo, a black toy inventor will invent the yo-yo-yo.
In the year 2000. Cookie lovers around the world will be horrified when Oreo reveals that the stuff in their double stuffed Oreos is a substance scraped off of Mickey Rourke. In the year 2000.
Marijuana will still be illegal except for medicinal purposes. However, medicinal purposes will be expanded to include getting wasted in hospital parking lots.
In the year 2000. Mike Tyson will admit that the reason he went bankrupt was because he bet someone $1 billion that he could go a day without, quote, going all crazy and In the year 2000.
Big thanks to Roseanne for stopping by. Thank you so much. That was great. Roseanne, everyone. Sean William Scott, stick around. That was great. All right, I think enough fooling around. We've had a nice little chat. I like the way we're off to a good 2010, but I think it's time to get serious here for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we took a look into the future.
The future, Conan?
That's right, Andy. Let's look all the way to the year 3000. You're fired. What the hell? In the year 3000. In the year 3000. In an attempt to make the new Sherlock Holmes movie more appealing to today's audience, Holmes' famous catchphrase, "Elementary, my dear Watson," will be updated to "Google it, biatch."
MTV's Jersey Shore cast members, Snooki and The Situation, will have a child, which they name the Will Never Go to College.
Jesus will return to Earth and perform one more miracle when he sells a Chrysler.
Homeland Security will have to deal with another case of exploding underwear on an airplane after Kennedy Airport opens its first Taco Bell.
Tiger Woods will lose his final sponsor after Sal's Topless Car Wash in New Jersey decides they want to, quote, keep it classy.
In the year 3000.
Scott Baio will make a comeback. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. It says Scott Baio will work at Outback.
James Cameron will direct and produce the biggest flop in film history when he follows up Avatar with the 3D movie Benatar, the story of Pat Benatar.
Adam Lambert will tweet that he really loves gummy bears. Not the candy, but burly, toothless gay dudes.
A popular female singer and a world-renowned classical cellist will be involved in a controversy involving motorcycles in Los Cabos, Mexico, prompting the New York Post headline, Lady Gaga and Yo-Yo Ma in Baja Yamaha Brouhaha. Happy New Year, everybody. For more Year 3000, check out TonightShow.com. We'll be right back. Ethan Hawke is here. Stick around.